episode marks the end of the Luffy Katakuri fight, at least the first portion of this fight. Notice how I'm saying the first portion of this fight because it's kind of obvious this fight will conclude and continue later down the arc. I mean, the big teller is pretty much the opening where we know Luffy and Katakuri are going to take things even further in this fight. We know that Katakuri at some point is going to take his leather vest off, so that's a big teller. Same thing with Luffy. So this fight will resume once Luffy regains his haki after using Gear 4. We know that that's the drawback. And because of that, Luffy was able to find his way to Nuts Island. So all in all, it's a pretty okay episode. I mean, it was overloaded pretty much with the other stuff that's going on Whole Cake Island, where you have the surveillance of what's going on with the Straw Hats. Can't pinpoint the Straw Hats location anymore. You got the cake being, partially being completed, but the ingredients being made, like the fluffy chiffon cake from Chiffon herself. You got the chocolate being ready to made by Pudding, and then you got the whipped cream being finalized by Sanji. So everything's been prepared for the cake so they can take it out and see. The problem is they're going to be intercepted on the way, and like I said, if you notice the preview, it's kind of prediction what I thought. Oven's coming in, and Sanji's going to have to deal with Oven. And it looks like Chiffon's going to be the victim here. So that's good, because she's a woman anyway. That's going to force Sanji to do something because he's in a disguise, and Sanji doesn't tolerate hitting women at all. So that's going to play a role. Plus, it's going to be kind of cool to see what he can do against Oven. No, again, you have other members of the Big Mom Pirates about to chase the Straw Hats, the Sunny. You have Daifuku on one ship. You have Smoothie on the other. So I hope they get to do something. Maybe that's another fight for Sanji because we know once they get off Cocoa Island on the ship to meet the Sunny, we know that there's going to be a confrontation. So maybe either Sanji and Jinbei technically are the only two that can maybe match up to Daifuku. So that could be another possible fight. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, we start off with Luffy versus Katakuri, and Luffy using Gear 4. He just charges in. Katakuri sees this with Observation Haki. Uses his Mochi to evade it. Then Luffy comes back out with another Rider Snyder attack, and that doesn't work either. Because Katakuri is able to see this. Like we said, like it was pointed in the previous episode, Katakuri's level-headed now, so that means he can use Observation Haki a lot clearer. There is a drawback, and the drawback, that's why he couldn't avoid Luffy's attack when he came in a couple of episodes ago, when Luffy kicked him in the face. The Rainfall Mochi, the Devil Awakening, to try and actually withhold Luffy, and he kind of does it similar to what Doflamingo did with the strings before Luffy busted out of there. Same thing here with the Mochi. He busts out of there, but Luffy, this is just pretty much, and realizing there's a one point where Luffy actually forgets that, oh yeah, Gear 5 has a time limit, shoot. So that was kind of cool. But Luffy getting mauled by the Rainfall Mochi. We cut over to, I guess, Cocoa Island, where the Sanji fishes the whipped cream, and you notice one of the chefs actually passes out from eating just a spoonful of whipped cream, right? That's not even completed the cake yet. So maybe the same thing is going to happen to Big Mom. That's what's going to be applied. Because remember, Sanji says we're going to have a cake ready to make her faint. That's what Sanji said. So that's the foreshadowing there. Then we get cut over to, I guess, where the Territory Sea Slugs are, and Capone realizes he's been evaded by Custard, and this news getting back to Mont d'Or, and the reason for it is because, well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. The Aladdin, Praline, and the rest of the Sun Pirates are still on Whole Cake Island. They have not left Jinbei's side, which to me symbolizes they're probably going to have a final reunion before Jinbei actually officially joins the crew with Luffy there. So that's plus they're going to help Jinbei any way they can. You have Praline singing, which she's nullifying the Territory Sea Slugs, so that's why she, I guess, making the Territory Sea Slugs go away. So they can't pinpoint the Straw Hats anymore. So Mont d'Or's calling all units. You need to gather everyone we can and find the Straw Hat Pirates. We have Fire Camp Pirates. Notice how they didn't say the Vinsmokes, because they're under the assumption that the Vinsmokes have been taken care of. So again, a couple of things. Notice how Capone is coming into Coco Island as well. So if that's the case, that may be the ship that actually gets them to the Sunny, the fire tank pirate ship. So again, that attention to detail. So because that's Sanji's plan, he's going to finalize the cake on sea. So that there you go. There's your ship. So that I like how things are setting itself, but I just kind of wish there's. You don't know what's ahead with this cake and Big Mom. But all I can say is, so we head back to the mirror world with Luffy and Katakuri, and I guess Luffy gets nailed with the power mochi from the donuts, the Devil Fruit Awakening donuts, from the mochi donuts from Katakuri. Luffy gets nailed and actually does some damage, and then Luffy comes back to charging again, and Katakuri's future sight says, "Oh, you're about to shrink Mugiwara," and Luffy realizes, "Oh yeah, man, Gear 4's about to time out. Thanks for telling me." He dips to gain some distance, uses whatever's left in Gear 4 because he realizes once he runs out of Haki, he stands no chance against Katakuri. To gain some distance, Katakuri's like, "No, I'm not gonna let an opportunity like this slip." So he uses his mochi to follow Luffy, to chase Luffy, and then Gear 4 times out, and then he avoids a couple of blows from Katakuri, and Luffy's like, "No, I can't outrun him." So then, out of all of a sudden, he has a clear mind, to realize that Brule was still there, despite running out of Haki. What does that tell you about Luffy's endurance compared to Dressrosa? In Dressrosa, Luffy could not even move. He almost got killed by Burgess. Well, would have done if it hadn't been for Sabo. So, what does that tell you about the endurance of Luffy? He's able to move even while he's out of Haki. So, in my estimation, Luffy's got a hell of a lot stronger, obviously, than what he had in Dressrosa. So, it kind of got both in hand, because obviously, if it would have been Dressrosa, Luffy would have been dead right now. Luffy shows some growth even when running out of Haki. So that's why in the preview, Luffy's actually put up a struggle against some subordinates under the command of a Monday on Nuts Island. So yeah, so I was going about, because there might be a few people questioning that. So, why is Luffy actually able to fire off some subordinates after running out of Haki using Gear 4? Well, it's by that point in time, Luffy should be actually regaining some portion of his Haki because he needs 10 minutes, right? So yeah, this is way by time. So the time for Gear 4 times out, Luffy gets chased. He notices Brule, and the face that he makes, I was waiting for this. And he's like, "Oh, I know what I could do here." Snatch Brule, headed through the mirror. And I guess that smile was so funny and so great they had to reuse that twice. I don't know why they did. Katakuri's like, "Oh shoot, I better give chase because that fool, what's she even doing here?" Luffy goes into one of the mirrors, and Katakuri is pretty much stuck in the mirror because Brule's with Luffy right now. And I love how Luffy keeps calling her Branch, and Brule's like, "It's Brule!" And then they realize, oh, Charles Amandi's been given word that Big Mom is headed for Nuts Island, and she's arrived on Nuts Island. In fact, she actually jumped from where she was on the Candy Sleeve log from Paris Barrow all the way to the island, and Amanda's like, that's my island. So, yeah, Terra has descended up on that island. She's punching building nuts houses, I guess, left and right, and I guess obviously Luffy as well. They realize that, oh shoot, Luffy's Big Mom's here as well, and she's like, "Mugiwara, give me my wedding cake." Again, the wedding cake is fast approaching because obviously that's where Sanji, Pudding, and Chiffon are heading on sea by the end of this episode, because pretty much the main ingredients are done. So they may add some filler. Who knows? It may even get Big Mom versus Luffy again. But what's he going to do with that Haki? So I don't know if they're going to extend that or not. I doubt it, but you never know with the anime. But immediately return to the Sunny, and I guess Nami got a change of clothes. So that was. I really like Nami's outfit in the anime, so that was kind of cool. I don't know. Do you prefer the previous one where she's in the red dress, or do you prefer a new one? Either way, Nami looks. The rest of the crew, Nami's like, "Yo, this must be a trap because this is too good to be true. Nothing's chasing us." And Jinbei's like, "Yo, this is a Yonko, Big Mom we're talking about. She's not going to allow this to slide." So they realize it could be a trap, and I guess Chopper and Carrot are keeping surveillance on the crow's nest. Obviously, Carrot pretty soon is going to do something epic, so I can't wait for that, because that's in the opening too with Big Mom. So things are being set up here. All units summoned by Montdur to like target the Fire Temp pirates, target some pirates, and target Straw Hat pirates. And make sure nobody leaves this island. So it's going to turn into a full-scale war before the end of this arc. But I think Luffy's going to get back into the middle. He has to at this point because I mean it's like into a hot pan into a fire with Katakuri and now Big Mom. So what's he going to do? He's obviously going to go back into the middle once he regains his haki, because he even said, if I can't, without haki, I can't defeat this guy. So he wants to defeat Katakuri. So knowing Luffy, he'll probably go back once he regains his haki. If he's smart, then he would use this opportunity to keep on running because Katakuri's stuck. So that's a primary threat. And remember, his whole objective was to keep Katakuri off the Sunny and away from the Straw Hats, because he was one of the biggest threats, besides Big Mom, obviously. Daifuku, and you have also Smoothie about to give chase. Two of the main, well, there's other short family members as well. They're the main folks, but I want to see if Smoothie and more importantly Daifuku get a 1v1. Maybe it's Sanji or Jinbei. The only two that can actually proper fight at this point. The episode with Sanji saying, "Oh, it's time to give Mum the cake so we can save my friends." And I love how she cut pudding, and after one of the chefs actually faints from eating puddings, pretty much saying, "Oh, can I have a try as well?" And Sanji's like, "No, because I need you as an ally. So I value. So you're a good ally. So I don't want you to faint from eating this whipped cream." So that's probably what's going to happen to Big Mom. Maybe not. We'll see. But either way, Sanji versus Oven happening next week, so that's cool. As well, Big Mom going to be chased to the ends of the earth. And Nami said it herself. Big Mom will chase us to the ends of the earth. So Luffy's in the forefront right now. So I thought it was a pretty good episode, and it marks the end. The first round between Luffy and Katakuri. In my opinion, the first round went to Katakuri, but this fight is not over yet. So that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.